It's good, yeah?
Yeah.
You tried to.
You got really loud. Good.
Yes.
To start with, but monitoring.
I must admit, I have more you than me.
God.
I had
Bunged up so much on that last song. I was scared of singing because it all flew out. Honestly, it was just like, my mouth was just full of it. It's like,
I improvised a solo on the end because I just started enjoying myself.
yeah,
I changed it.
right. It was fucking brilliant.
I thought a bit of camel there.
Yeah. It's full.
Good audience, very good.
Very full.
Good, it's full. Good sound on stage. I had loads of you, Dean, but no guitar, but I wasn't going to complain.
No, I had.
All
I could hear you really well. That was brilliant because Bug Eye, when it kicked in on Bug Eye. It kicked in on.
Ouais, autrement, on débrouille sans lui. Tu vois le genre de questions.
Ouais, bah, j'ai juste envie de poser d'autres, enfin, des questions.
Pose une bonne question.
Moi, c'est des questions vicieuses, de toute façon. Ça aurait
Bonsoir.
vicieuses.
Les gens.
Okay, welcome, you're welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
We are. I will. Whatever.
I don't know. I have a lot of pupils, and all of them are sick. So they all bring their sickness to me, and so I get.
Well, always sick of sickness of anybody.
Yes, that's great. They infect me.
What's the style of your music?
The style?
Yeah.
A mixture between heavy metal and progressive rock music of the 70s. And maybe
Why did you
some
choose to
classical.
be connected with the rock style of the 70s?
We never chose that, but people did that. So when we recorded the first album, people just came up and said, okay, you sound like Yes, for example. And then they said, you have to listen to that, and then we got reviewed in magazines or stuff like that. That just like related us to those bands.
So
The people who...
you are doing progressive music for commercial reasons?
No, I don't think so. We just do the music we want to, but people just like put that into a...
They put the
Yeah,
name on it.
yeah. We don't.
So you said a mixing between heavy metal and what?
And that 70s music and classical music, everything. No jazz. And no country music. But most of the other. And I think this is the brand that fits best, because it's not hard rock, it's not classic rock, it's not jazz, it's not
How
fusion.
is it that you sound like a rock band like of the 70s?
I think no one. Maybe some people write Gentle Giant or King Crimson or Yes or what, all the same bands.
You like this period?
I like it, yes. I used to listen it for a while after like about 5 years after we started. Because all people came up and said, buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this. Then I listened to that a lot, now I listen to the newer bands more.
You think you have been influenced by those groups?
A little bit, yes. I think everybody is.
Everybody?
I think as soon as you know it, you get influenced. But I think I'm more influenced by Deep Purple and Iron Maiden than by Gentle Giant. Because I think what you listen to when you're like about 12 to 17, I think this is what gets most emotion in yourself.
So
More than later.
it seems like the pop group of the year 70s are the best ever. Because everybody is influenced by them.
Yes. I don't think so.
What group are better than Genesis and Yes?
Better.
You like more?
Yes. I like, for example, I like Anekdoten more than I like Yes.
Which?
Anekdoten. You don't know Anekdoten? Swedish band that played here. Like I think 2 or 3 months ago.
Could you give other names of groups you think are better than Genesis and Yes?
Better.
Or that you like more?
Yeah. Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. Sometimes I like to listen to Flower Kings more than I like to listen to Yes, although I don't think that it's better because Yes invented the music and the Flower Kings just like kinda...
Yes or Genesis?
Both. I think
But
that
which the first?
Genesis for me. Genesis is the better one. Yes, it's worse than Genesis. Definitely.
Genesis is the best group ever.
No. No way.
Which one is the best group?
I don't know. No one. I think it depends on the mood you're in. Sometimes Cypress Hill is the best band ever for me.
But Peter
Or Portishead.
Looks like he's the more important influence in this convention today.
Yes, that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like Peter Gabriel forever.
Yeah, but I don't sound like Peter Gabriel, I think.
So we
My
will
voice
be
is very-
surprised today.
It's very different. I can't sing like that, so I don't try it. It's kind of embarrassing if I do.
No, but you know, sometimes an embarrassing question has to be asked.
Yes, do it. Perfect.
Why do you think? Why do you think that Peter Gabriel is such a model that this convention looks like being oriented as a honoring him?
I think
Homage to him?
I think it's partly because of the time when he did the most important things, like all the big Genesis albums. Everybody knew that.
The 3 first albums?
Yeah, or maybe the 5. I don't know.
5 or 6 first albums?
Maybe.
Until they separate, maybe.
Yeah, and I think what he does now is more still what people that like are like progressive rock hardcore freaks or something like that, whatever you call that. I think they can like that more than what Genesis, for example, do now, because some people I think feel a little bit like Genesis would betray their old style or something like that, and Peter Gabriel is still like a progressive musician in whatever way. He uses a lot of those weird instruments and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So
This is the point.
Thank you.
No more Peter Gabriel, please. No, always.
I agree.
I am agree too.
T'as pas un bonbon, Billy?
Non, j'ai pas de bonbons, j'ai des cigarettes, j'ai des joints.
Moi j'en ai un peu.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of my bag. Je l'ai marqué tout à l'heure, j'ai dit merde. J'espère que ça fait pas des marques, les photos, mais apparemment.
Non, elle est floue, c'est vrai.
Are you filming? Yeah, I think so.
for this shoes for.
Everything's good. You've got my phone number. There's a lot of phone number.
For all the crap, just call me. It's fine.
So we're all
So I suppose this interview is sort of crap, so we start with you. Yeah. So I don't remember if I told you. This interview is not particularly about Galahad or what we could do in our magazine. We are from PROG-RESISTE. This is an interview over progressive music in general.
General, yeah.
So they make a documentary film over progressive music. What's that? Why do people? Why is it so underground? So questions will be all about that. So some questions first. C'est bon?
You can all chip in.
Please present yourself.
Hello.
Where are you coming from?
We're Galahad. Yippee! We come from Dorset in England, on the south coast. We're a 5-piece. We've been going 18 years. Our bass player, who is 18, wasn't obviously in the band when we started, because he was just a baby. But just a petit.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, this.
I have
I'm
grown up
Stuart,
now.
so-
I have pubic hair.
Yeah. Ding.
And he never used to drink before he joined
That's
the
right.
band.
This is chaos, isn't it? I'm Stuart. This is Spence, drummer. Roy, guitarist. Dean, keyboards. Pete sort of plays with his toys at the back.
Thank you very much.
Pete on
It
bass.
never did me any harm.
It didn't. He's done well. But that done well.
So what are you doing in life? Just playing music all the way
I
around,
wish-
earning
we
money,
wish-
money
no,
with that music?
we've never
We've
earned
sold
money.
millions of albums and we're very rich and we've all got castles in Bavaria.
Great.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
Where's Bavaria?
I don't know. No, we've got a
Is it finished yet?
We've got very small houses in Dorset because we all work for a living
all of
as
you
well.
have another job.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort
And
of.
just
yeah.
crapping.
Yeah.
Working all around.
Lots of crapping.
Yeah.
So where do you play progressive music?
In Europe, because in England there's nowhere to play. England's all dance music now, and the live scene is very thin on the ground. So we come to Europe. It's we don't make a lot of money, but we manage to cover costs. But that's where the audience is now.
When we started, we were basically purely a progressive rock band. Lineup was very different back in the mid '80s. Our influences obviously were the classic sort of prog bands of the '70s. You know, Yes, Genesis, Jethro Tull, all those sort of people. But these days, we are a progressive band. But we regard ourselves as progressive in the way that we'll write anything. There's no reason why we can't try different types of music. If you noticed up there, we've even used break beats and a bit of dance stuff and all that kind of thing. Doesn't always go down well with the purists, though. Yeah. No, but
who cares? The purists.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I mean, basically, progressive.
Is that not the definition of progressive music?
Exactly. Progressive gives us a remix
What's
to
the definition anyway?
Well, progressive just means, to me, basically doing what you like, basically. There's two definitions, I think. One is progressive as in the traditional idea of progressive as in the bands in the 70s where it all came from, all your Genesises and King Crimsons. And then obviously the proper definition is sort of moving forward. And I think we've moved forward. Our music has changed over the years, and we hope it will change. We always revert back to the past. We always have references to the past. But so much music has gone under the proverbial bridge, as it were. I mean, I don't listen to many modern progressive bands. I don't know any modern progressive bands, to be quite honest. I prefer at the moment sort of heavier bands like, well, Muse. We love Muse, don't we?
Muse, we like Rammstein. We're big fans of Rammstein.
Yeah.
We have Rammstein parties.
Yeah, we have Rammstein parties.
Yeah.
And me and Dean are big Linkin Park fans because they rock.
Evanescence.
Linkin Park and Evanescence. And Foo Fighters, they rock. But at the same time, I will listen to Asgard and Anglergard, and one of my favourite bands is Anyone's Daughter.
And Engelbert Humperdinck.
I love Anyone's
Maybe
Daughter. I worship Anyone's
They
Daughter.
come to play here.
Really?
It was great.
I heard about that. I missed that one.
They play in the long suite from the second album.
I heard about
It's
this.
crazy.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to all the very progressive, if you can use that term, but at the same time, we like the extremes.
We all listen
and
to a
the
lot of
heavy.
different stuff, to be quite honest. It's not just prog, but that's where we came from in the first place.
Yeah.
Pete, for example, knows nothing
You
about
nearly
prog.
played in the. You nearly took the place of Fish in Marilyn. Did you?
Yeah. no, not really.
No.
Well, I auditioned, yeah, but it was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I was in the deep and distant past. I said he was shit. But,
We tried to get rid of him.
They tried to get rid of me.
We did our best.
No.
We sent him to all sorts of auditions and places to get rid of him.
But, well, you play progressive music. Is progressive music popular?
Not with us.
Not really.
Not in
Not where
England.
we live.
Not in
But,
England.
not
Do
easy.
you think it's more popular here?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But the
I think-
interesting. Sorry, can I
I was just
interrupt
gonna
you? You're going to
say-
carry
Dean
on.
had a go.
No,
in
those
Europe,
keyboards.
in Europe, people are very open-minded about music. We like all sorts of music, but in our country, it's pop.
Everything's segregated.
It's pop. It's dance. The place where we come from, in Bournemouth, is actually I think
Dance
it's
capital of
52
UK.
nightclubs, and they all play dance music. It's boom, 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 everything.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Just
we
like
don't
that.
have any women over there either.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So the only gigs we do there are Classic Rock Society and local gigs. We put on a show every year, and we do local gigs.
And what kind of audience you play for? Which are the people assisting from 15 years old to 60 years old?
Yes,
or-
it's
Yeah.
more
Very
extreme now.
wide audience.
Young blondes
I think
with
a lot. Yes.
You are the youngest one.
tight bottom.
Oh,
Anyone
Yeah, but-
interested?
he's
My
only
number-
19.
Thank you.
Oh dear. I think basically with the sort of stuff that we're doing, if people don't have an idea of what it's like before they hear it, they're more probably going to like it. If you say to someone, listen to Galahad or any of the bands that are playing tonight, they're a progressive rock band, a lot of young people go, oh no, not progressive rock. But if you don't tell them and they just come along, a lot of young people actually like it because they've never heard it before. A lot of teenagers, they've never heard all that stuff from the 70s and what have you. And to them it's brand new, you know. And it's different from all the homogenous rubbish that gets thrown down our throats on radio.
We look that one up.
So you think there is a sort of anathema on the progressive word? You
Yeah.
can't talk about progressive. You just say you're a rock band. You will be more accepted
True. Oh,
than
yeah.
if you say if you're a prog band.
It's certainly in England. The interesting thing that's happened now, though, is there are a lot of bands that are appealing to progressive audiences that haven't been marketed as prog. Bands like Muse, and even Rammstein are appealing to a prog audience. Evanescence, and the prog fans. I mean, Ozric Tentacles. They cross over into dance and a lot of ambient. But it all comes under the progressive umbrella, but no one's ever actually given them that label. So if you don't tell people what you do, they'll actually like you. So only when you get the label.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening now is these young kids are listening to bands like Muse, think, wow, church organs, this is great, piano solos, we never heard this before.
Yeah,
and
this
to
is
prove
new.
the point, yes.
Rock is actually a lot more popular now than it was a couple of years ago. It's more mainstream now. Alternative is now mainstream almost. You know, I don't know about Europe, but it is in England.
Why do you think that this happens? Why do people? Why is it so complicated to spread out? Well, let's call it progressive music. It's just a brand. We call it like that. Why is it so difficult to spread out?
Because a lot of the record company executives who work for the big record companies about our age and we're into punk and new wave and don't like progressive rock. That's what? A lot of them are. A lot of them, you know, they won't entertain the idea. But things are passing now. Again, younger people are coming up, like I said before, because they've never really heard it in the first place. They haven't got this bias against it. I mean, I can understand the bias against it. I personally thought a lot of the stuff in the late 70s prog was absolute shite. You know, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, towards the end, was absolute bollocks.
Works one,
It
works two.
was rubbish.
Take a breath.
And,
Take a breath.
Sorry, I'm on a roll.
He's on a roll. He's on a roll.
But I think it's like any music within progressive rock, whether it's heavy metal, blues, punk, dance, whatever. There's good and there's bad. It's not a case of what genre it is. It's a case of whether it's any good or not. And at the end of the day, that again is subjective. It's up to the individual. And I think radio plays a big part in the UK. We can't get any radio exposure. Very difficult. If we got that, or get on Kerrang TV or on MTV or did a video, I think as the band before was saying that basically we can't afford to make videos. If we could, it'd be great. And then you've got to try and get it played on the MTV. So that would help. But it's a close shot.
Okay.
So, I'll stop now.
No.
Me?
What's for you?
Hi.
What's
I'm
for you
Pete.
a wonderful life?
Me, my life.
Yeah.
I don't do anything. I wear jumpers, I play bass guitar, and I have a good time. And I drink beer. And
But you've been exposed to progressive rock, haven't you?
sex, but edit that out in case my mother's watching.
The sex and the beer is a new thing.
Yeah, it is, and I like it very much.
Tell him what it's like about being exposed to progressive rock.
Being exposed, right? Progressive rock. I've always sort of, I'll speak about this.
Yeah.
And you, what's your dream?
My dreams.
Yeah.
That we could make loads of money and we could actually do something with the band full time.
And what will we do with this money?
Oh, I'd get a Ferrari first of all.
The red one.
Yeah, the red Ferrari. Yeah, definitely. And maybe 100, 200 synthesizers on stage. That'd be fantastic. Oh. Like the first band. They were all those synths everywhere.
And for you?
My dream,
Yeah.
to have loads of money, live in Europe and have a prog cafe. That's it.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
all want a
happy.
prog cafe.
Prog cafe.
A cafe that plays just progressive music, a bit of heavy rock as well, you know, fantastic.
You could cross over and all.
It would be great to do a tour, you know, a big tour, play some big arenas if we got the exposure. It'd be fantastic, you know, but whether that'll ever happen to us or not, it's unlikely.
Yeah.
So.
And for you?
My dream?
Yeah.
You had one this morning, did you?
I'd have a penis extension.
You can't say
lots
that.
of money.
Just to
pretty much
be
the same as
happy.
everybody else. Really. Lots of money and be happy.
Okay.
We just love playing this music, and when we get audiences like this and have people asking to sign autographs, it does our egos a lot of good, which we need because sometimes it's a bit of a downer when you can't. It's very difficult getting places.
Stuart, I think she might run out of tape by now.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
It's very nice.
Thank you very much.
Well, down there. Down there.
Okay, you are the best.
Sorry. Thank you.
Vous faites tous le balai, ma femme. Vous faites tous le balai, ma femme. Régine, c'est ma femme. Il y a tout le monde. Écoutez mon appel. Écoutez mon appel.
Connected.
Yeah, the trumpet was.
Yeah, all of a sudden it went,
That's the most enjoyable for ages. How long is it then?
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Doing ça là, yeah, that's on film. You see that, Stu, on the sleepers, on the solo. Me and Dean went, and I think it was on the film as well.
Oh,
that was rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Let's spend. Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right.
Start.
Oh, is it?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, well, we'll find out if we can remember it.
Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, no.